Gamescom, gentlemen. Gamescom is a time. It's a happy time. It is basically the European E3. If you guys aren't familiar, huge turnout. I mean, it's just numbers-wise, it's actually way bigger than E3. It's something like 300,000
north
people.
Of 300,000 people
attended every year.
It's a lot.
Last year was my
public days are crazy.
Yeah, last year was my first year going. You were with me, Destin.
He was there.
I was there too.
That's right. Yeah, all three of us. I forget.
I was about to say that. Like, we were all there last time. Germany.
Yeah.
But, we did the show from my hotel room that year.
That's right. We did the podcast.
Yeah. Gamescom is a really incredible show. It is, for those of you who might have been to E3, imagine the West Hall, where most of the big sort of booths are, like Microsoft, Sony. Is that the West Hall?
Sorry,
I think that's the South Hall.
Correct. Yeah.
Right, where all the big games are.
Yeah, where you have Nintendo's, Sony's, and Microsoft's booths. Gamescom is like 7 of those halls right next to each other.
Yeah,
it's
true.
enormous, and it's
also,
just jam-packed.
200,000 more people in each one of those.
Exactly.
Right.
Now it is, like you guys mentioned, the reason for that is because it is open to the public. It is something that you can buy a ticket for and not be part of games media. So it's a pretty huge show, but because it's the European E3, we're likely to see some new things announced, which is what this segment's about, right?
So
you guys
I know
have some
you didn't. I don't know if you'll have a couple of last-minute ones since we weren't sure you were going to be able to make the show this week, but I'll get it started. Give you some time to think. We wanted to make some Gamescom predictions because this time next week we'll have had the Xbox briefing, which I'll go ahead and plug here. We will be carrying it live on IGN if you'd like to tune in and watch. It's going to be tough for you West Coast folks.
Where? ign.com/Gamescom.
And we'll just stream it on the front page.
That's
too.
true.
So just
That's true.
hit ign.com. We'll make it as easy as we can for you. It's going to be 5 a.m. with the time change. 5 a.m. Pacific.
Sweet.
A little easier for you East Coast folks. 8 a.m. Eastern time on Tuesday. That's the 12th.
We're also going to rebroadcast later, I'm guessing.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. But
so it starts with Microsoft. Right.
Well,
and
that's when
Sony.
Microsoft's is. I believe Sony's is later on in that.
Sony's right after.
Right after. Okay, perfect. Well, that makes it easier for tuning into both. So, we already know that.
Let me rephrase that. I don't want to get called out in the comments. It's not right after. It's a few
shortly
hours
thereafter.
Shortly thereafter.
Fair enough. So we already know that Remedy put out a video for Quantum Break before E3.
Yeah.
It said it was Sam Lake, who's amazing. Love that guy. He came out and said, "Hey, we're not going to be at E3, but guess what? We're going to come. We're going to whip this game out for you at Gamescom, which is much closer to their home turf. Those guys are in Finland, so they'll be there showing off the game. So I want to start my first prediction. Destin is Quantum Break related. We know it's going to be there. So my prediction is that in addition to showing off the game, which they've already publicly promised, I think they're going to make a release date announcement, which I think is going to happen somewhere in the first. It's going to be somewhere in Q1 of 2015, maybe like
February.
a March.
March? You're saying March?
That's my. All right, I'll go March specifically.
Okay.
So that's one thing I think is going to happen in the realm of Xbox at Gamescom. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, that seems very plausible. Are you asking me for a prediction or my thoughts on your prediction?
How about both?
All right, so my thoughts on yours, that seems totally plausible. I think that could easily happen. February is already getting slightly crowded.
A little bit.
There's a few
we'll cover
games in
that.
there.
We'll cover a little bit more of that later.
Yeah. But we'll see. March does seem like a good date. Nobody else has yet announced that date.
Not yet. I'm sure it's only a matter of time, but yeah, we've known about Quantum Break for a while. It's one of the games announced at the original Xbox One reveal event last May, and it's other than being nostalgically, ridiculously excited for Master Chief Collection, Quantum Break is actually my most anticipated Xbox exclusive. I'm really excited for that game.
I only just recently got around to Alan Wake, and I mean that like last year.
Yeah.
Just because, probably like other people, I have a big sort of library of games that I never got around to on Xbox 360. And after finishing that game, like, man, my faith in Remedy is, I guess it wasn't ever diminished, but I was going to say restored. I'm really looking forward to Quantum
Reinforced,
Break.
let's
Yeah,
say.
reinforced. Yeah, that's a good word for it. It was a little bit of a disappointment for me personally to hear that we weren't going to see anything at E3, like when we all kind of anticipated
Right.
that we would. But yeah, as far as your prediction, that sounds perfectly reasonable to me. Like early 2015 doesn't really have a huge slate of games yet.
And particularly, Microsoft hasn't said anything about
Totally.
the first quarter of 2015, other than the Halo 5 beta starts December 27th and runs through January 22nd. So technically, that's something to play in the little tiny beginning of the first quarter.
Yeah.
So it makes sense to me that they would have they're going to need some big game for the first quarter, unless I could be wrong and maybe Fable will be the first quarter game, which is a game that I've detailed before. I don't want to beat the dead horse, but after playing it at E3 a couple times, I'm super not excited about at this stage. But I'm going on record. Quantum Break, March 2015. I hope that's announced, and I think that's going to get announced at Gamescom. Destin?
All right. So my first prediction for Gamescom 2014.
Yes.
I almost want to change this because you mentioned Halo 5.
Wing
a
it
second
on the
ago.
fly. Make it happen.
I think there's going to be a Halo 5 beta trailer.
Ooh.
It makes sense. They're already going to be focusing on Halo.
Yeah?
Why not start talking about Halo 5? It's coming up faster than we think. You know, they need to start teasing it and getting people excited for that beta to push those pre-orders to Halo Anniversary or Halo Master Chief Collection. Sorry.
Right.
I think that would make sense.
That would be huge. My only, just trying to think about it from the Microsoft's angle. If you're put yourself in the mind of a PR guy, in which case it's scary in here. Help me, put me back in my editor body.
Yeah.
But do you get the only thing I would say about that is what if you don't want people to think too much about Halo 5 because you need
You
people
still
to get
have-
excited
yeah.
about Master Chief Collection. Even though Halo 5 beta is a part of Master Chief Collection, it's a temporary part. It's only
True.
like after. So I don't know. I see where you're coming from there.
So
though.
what if it's this? What if it's a Halo Master Chief Collection trailer?
Right.
And then at the end, you get like 5 to 10 seconds, really quick montage of like multiplayer.
I need a montage.
Yeah, exactly.
I like this.
Like,
See,
you know,
that's-
like a build to a logo with a date for the Master Chief Collection. Be first in the Halo 5.
Now I like
You
where
know.
you're coming from here.
Something like that. I think we're gonna get just something about Halo 5
I like that.
and that beta.
What do you think, Sean? You got anything coming to mind where you think we might see out of Xbox? Come,
Truthfully, I don't
Gamescom?
have really a prediction. When it comes to trade shows, I'm usually in the dark about what's happening until I get to the trade show.
Yeah.
This is the life of a producer, right? Like, I'm focused on making content that we know is going to happen.
Right.
And then preparing for things that we think may happen.
On
As
the
Fran
fly.
always says, you should always prepare for what's not going to happen.
That
Which
makes
makes-
Oh,
sense.
that should be on a coffee mug in the morning.
It's everywhere over here.
All right. Well, then I'll leave you. You can throw stuff at us from the peanut gallery on these
Totally.
then.
But I did want to kind of build off one of your predictions that
Yes.
I think
I've only
you
made
mentioned
one.
before. Oh, I mean, maybe this is something you thought previously, but yeah, you've definitely mentioned it in conversations and other videos before. But I think maybe we will get to play Master Chief Collection multiplayer and Halo 2 multiplayer at Gamescom.
Well, they've. I'm pretty sure they've publicly said that.
Oh,
that
okay,
that's
great.
the first, multiplayer.
Well, then my
Good
prediction,
prediction,
yeah,
Sean.
100%
It's already
prediction
come
right
true.
then. Yeah, 1 for 1, Sean Finnegan.
But yeah, it's. I'm so jealous that you guys are gonna, if that happens, that you guys are gonna get to play. You got to tell me how that anniversary, how those new maps.
I tell you all about
new
it
old
in the
maps.
commentary. I do.
Yeah, I'll be watching. Believe me, I'll be watching. Because I know I won't be texting you because you can't handle. And I know last year it was so weird going over there because we all shut off our phones because we
This
didn't.
year, a lot of us got international data plans. So
Look at
could
you,
text
high
us.
roller.
Yeah, we thought about it a little better.
That works
So-
better than buying burner phones like we did last
the
year.
Yeah.
company's buying.
I don't know.
Well, it's like I wouldn't want to pay for that out of my own pocket.
Yeah.
That's those international data plans add up.
Yeah, they are not cheap.
They're not. It's like. So, in addition to my bill, I don't know. It wasn't that bad. Let's not talk about
all right,
that.
fair enough. Yeah, we won't get hung up in the minutia.
Yeah.
Boring stuff.
Yeah.
All right, next up, we'll stay on the Halo track.
Yeah.
We've had Ascension revealed as one of the 6 anniversary multiplayer remake maps for Halo 2 Anniversary. Then we had at RTX, we had Coagulation, which that's the one that makes me want to pee myself with excitement, especially with the gun goose.
Oh, man.
Mongoose with guns on it. The Mongoose, I mean, that's like the perfect vehicle to screw around on that map with, too, with all the hills and stuff. I can't wait. And then at Comic-Con, we just had Zanzibar.
Ah, the big fan?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
It's not a fan.
that means
This is a big fan.
there's a big
big
there's a big
turbine
turbine
fan.
in the middle.
Is that a turbine?
Yeah, it's
I wouldn't
a
call it a
fan.
fan.
It's a fan.
I always call it just
like
turbine.
it's an elevator.
Like a
Sorry.
woo, I love you, Sean Finnegan. Not that kind of fan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for the
Like a literal
clarification.
the mechanical fan. So that's 3 of the 6 announced. How many we got? August, September, October. Basically 3 months left, and then Master Chief Collection's out in November. So it seems like we're going to get one in August. Gamescom would seemingly be the place for that. So I predict that's going to happen, and I know we've kind of been over this on the show before. I think it's going to be I think we're going to hear about Midship. That's my prediction / hope.
Midship would be killer.
Midship
That's
is
a great map.
It's good for
It has to be
everything.
that
It had like
right?
the 2 levels. It had like the outdoors
Yeah.
where it's super low gravity and you
Nope.
can go out of. Yeah, that
Nope.
was midship, wasn't it?
Nope.
It had the really internal areas, and it was very
It's a
enclosed.
Covenant spaceship.
Yeah.
Very small, symmetrical
Windows.
arena. There's a bottom level,
Yeah.
and then a platform,
And it's kind of like
a wobbly platform.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's not really a platform as much as it is like plasma bridges.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Oh, okay, yeah, I remember.
yeah, like
But-
the see-through bridges that are kind of like glowing
With
white and stuff.
the little lifts in the back that you could throw stickies up or down. I mean, Midship's so good. Let's play it right now, Sean.
Midship is awesome. Yeah, that was one of the things that we, are we sure we're gonna see this? This is still not a prediction. Is the
Oh,
prediction
we're
that?
100%
Yeah.
predicting. This is not.
No, I mean we think we're gonna get a map though. But with the prediction is Midship.
Again, well, it's all
We're
prediction.
hoping.
I don't
okay.
know. I don't know
Okay.
any more than you know.
Got it. Yeah, I mean Midship would be a killer map to see. That's like I would call that a fan favorite. Like that was one of my favorite maps to play back in Halo.
It's
Midship's
good.
great.
It's good on everything. Even 2-on-2 CTF is like so crazy.
That's
fun.
why it's
Even
so
that.
cool. Is it's perfectly balanced for so many different game types. Like everyone learned to play it just with regular Team Slayer. But
Yeah.
yeah, like you mentioned, it's great for Capture the Flag. It was great for. I loved playing Oddball on it because anything with lifts makes Oddball the greatest thing
Well,
ever.
and it's so small that you can't hang on to the ball for very long.
Exactly.
Like it's just wild.
we would always do this thing where it's like, when you're chasing people around and trying to get the ball, like on a map like that, if you don't have superior movement, it's really hard to keep it for a long time. So you just stand by the lifts, and then if you're about to get killed, you just throw
go
it in
up.
there. Yeah, like you throw the ball in there, and someone's above, like waiting to catch it, and then you keep running. Like you just got to make use of those lifts.
Even if this isn't the map, it's still gonna look great in HD.
Well, I love that you're assuming. We're just gonna go ahead and assume it exists. What if it doesn't? Then we're gonna be disappointed.
All this discussion will have been for nothing.
All the maps. So correct me if I'm wrong, but all the maps are in there. But
I see what
6
you're
are being
saying.
remade, right?
Right. We're just talking
Only
about the
6 are getting the
Xbox
anniversary
One
Yes.
anniversary treatment. Of
Treatment,
course,
yes.
every map is in there, but with it's 1080p 60, but it's original textures and
Oh, really?
original look.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
For the
No, they're gonna fix the textures.
No,
they're
they're
not
not.
gonna leave. They are leaving
It's
them the
it's
same.
the original. It's the original game. In just
okay.
in the frame rate. I mean, the campaign has the new
textures.
has the new gloss. Yeah,
Yeah,
the new textures, the new engine. But that does not apply to multiplayer.
Okay, now I just want to play this map again. I don't care
Well,
if
yeah,
it's the old textures.
that's the thing. I don't even care if it
It's
looks
still
good.
fun.
Still just. But
Yeah, I
would-
mean, I'm always of that mindset that like it plays so well, I don't really care what it looks like.
Yeah.
You're talking to a guy who still plays StarCraft, so
and Counter
StarCraft
Strike.
1's so
and
good.
Counter Strike. Yeah, exactly.
Counter Strike. You've been playing one map for 15 years.
Wait, well, it's more like 5 maps. Let's be honest.
DE
here.
Dust. That's
Yeah.
all anyone
Yeah.
plays.
Dust 2, best thing ever. Yeah, I mean, that's a philosophy that will stick with me throughout my gaming life. Is gameplay trumps graphics every time.
Of course.
Yes.
And so much so that I could really care less about, as long as a game hits a minimum bar of quality, which to me Halo 2 looks fine. Like even now, 10 years later.
I popped it in not that long ago.
You did.
Just to capture some maps, and I was like, "Oh my god!" It just brought back memories.
Yeah. Totally.
Like hopping into Zanzibar
a good feeling,
again.
isn't it?
It's like, "Oh, the beach! I remember racing to get the warthog or to get the ghost." It was really fun.
It
went
was.
for the
It's
ghost?
fantastic.
No.
I
Who
could
goes
wreck
for
Sean.
the ghost? Don't go for the ghost.
Finnegan was the guy at Camp Froman with the sniper rifle just sniping you off of the ghost. Like, haha, sucker.
Yeah, ghost, man. Worst vehicle out there. But they're a lot of
What?
fun. Yeah. Yes. Terrible. So easy to kill you on.
Those are the ground ones, right? With the double. The
yeah,
plasmas.
it's a purple.
The little
Yeah.
single
Just making
thruster
sure. Just making
coming
sure, because you're saying it's
vehicle.
garbage, and I think I could take you if I had one.
Oh no, definitely not.
You don't have a sniper. You have base starting weapons. You think you could take me on a ghost?
Definitely.
No, it can take like 2 plasmas to take it down, right?
I wouldn't shoot you. I would knock you off with a grenade. That's what I would do.
All right.
So, well, what about, of course, as part of Master Chief Collection, we're getting Halo 1, or OG multiplayer for the first time online ever. Remember, in Halo 1, the vehicles are indestructible.
Yep, that's true.
So, good luck getting me off the ghost then.
But I'll just put 3 bullets from the pistol in your head, and you'll be dead no matter what.
He's got a point. Let's move on.
Sean's kind of good at Halo.
Because he's a little good.
Listeners don't know.
All right, so that is my Gamescom prediction number 2. Okay. We're going to get a new map, a new anniversary remake map announcement, and it's going to be Midship. Destin.
Okay, my next Gamescom prediction involves Destiny. I have to bring it up yet again.
What a shock.
Yeah. Everybody knows I'm really excited about this game. Join the IGN clan, Bungie.net.
Yeah.
Clans. Join it.
I still need to do that.
That's right, you do. I think that there's going to be an announcement at the Microsoft event about Destiny and something exclusive for the game for Xbox fans.
That would be cool.
I feel like Bungie knows they have to do something for that audience. They're working really hard on this Sony relationship.
Right.
But they have to give them something to Xbox, like some sort of exclusive armor set or something, you know. And I think it would be cool to have some sort of announcement about that. Like, hey, we haven't forgotten about you.
That would
Here's
be nice.
what we're doing.
I like that prediction.
Yeah.
Sean Finnegan, rate that prediction on a scale of 1 to perfect.
I guess perfect.
Correct answer.
Yeah,
I
I think they're aware of that. I don't know about if it's going to be something exclusive like armor, because it feels like
there's a pre-order bonus for the Digital Guardian edition on the Sony side,
Right.
and they have armor sets. It looks like
right,
so,
but the armor sets are kind of a reward for pre-ordering 1 and then 2 for playing it on that platform. Like, I agree with you. I think Microsoft is aware, or Activision is aware, that they need to entice Xbox or players with something that's going to draw them to the platform.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be something like that.
I'm not
though,
saying
you know
it has to be like exclusive raids or the dungeons or whatever that they've announced.
Strike missions, other things of that sort.
But I'm talking like maybe an armor set or something like that, like a special Sparrow or something that you would get in game, a ghost skins for like the ghost,
like in
your
the
spaceship.
like in the Ghost Edition.
Yeah, exactly. Just something that would brand it Xbox.
That would be cool.
You know,
That'd
I think that'd be cool, and it could just be like a little sub note again during one of the presentations.
All right, give me your last one.
All right,
Go
my last
back
one
to here.
is
Snake Order Draft.
So this is kind of shooting for the stars. I really
I
want
like
to
that.
see this.
Well, mine is too. So you go ahead.
Okay, all right. So my last one is that Crackdown. They're gonna show gameplay.
Ooh, bold.
that would be super cool.
Bold.
Yeah. I think it'll be a presentation on stage during Gamescom. They're going to show Crackdown. They're going to show a little bit of gameplay and talk about kind of like they did with that Microsoft Build conference.
With the tech demo?
With the tech demo.
Yeah.
Something like that, just showing a small area and the destructibility in the environments. I think Microsoft needs to do something like that too, to get some people really excited for one of their games.
Are you saying that because, again, Gamescom is like the developer's backyard in that case? Because that's
yes,
David Jones is European guy, so you think sort of like Remedy and Quantum Break. It's like, all right, we'll show the game in our own backyard.
Yeah, it makes sense, right? It's easier for them to get their tools there or their builds there, and it'd be a perfect setting for that.
I hope you're right. That would be fantastic.
I hope I'm right too.
Yeah, it's just the only question is, I mean, my gut tells me that's a 2016 game.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It might be a little early, but
Wishful
you never
thinking
know.
on my
you never
part.
know. I like
maybe.
it though.
Yeah,
I
would
like
love to see more Crackdown.
Me too.
I think everyone in the world wants more Crackdown.
Yeah.
Except for everyone who hasn't heard of it.
Well, if they're bringing it back to
Crackdown
1,
was awesome.
Yeah, Crackdown 1
Yeah.
was awesome.
I remember, I think the only reason I played it was because it
The
guaranteed
Halo 3
me
beta.
Halo 3 beta. Yeah.
That's how
And-
most people. I mean, hey, it worked.
Yeah.
Right. A lot
Totally.
of people played and enjoyed Crackdown, who were only lured in by the promise of the Halo 3 beta, but
And lo and behold, they were surprised because Crackdown was
very good.
pretty cool.
Yeah. That's one time I was pleasantly surprised by pre-ordering something for another game's beta.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, I actually
As
really
opposed
like
to back on the PS2, the was it the Metal Gear Solid 2 demo with was it
right.
Zone of the Enders?
Yeah.
I
I mean,
didn't
not
mind
that Zone of the
Enders
Enders
either.
was terrible, but
Yeah.
it was. I don't think it's.
It was very different.
Yeah,
Well,
extremely.
it helps to package in a game that you can reliably think that they're gonna like.
Yeah.
Right.
Did you guys play Crackdown 2?
I did not.
I didn't either. But I heard it
only
wasn't
a
as
few
good.
minutes. Yeah, it was. We don't need to beat the dead horse on that
Yeah.
either. But yeah, it was just. It changed direction a good bit as far as it was focused on these sort of zombie-like creatures, and it just. Yeah, it was not
Didn't quite work.
Not well regarded by fans. It didn't sell well. Even Microsoft kind of acknowledges, yeah, it was a misstep with that one. So we shall see.
Just blow up a building. Just show a trailer where you blow up a building in engine.
Okay,
in-game.
agent.
Blow it up.
Yeah.
Why don't you just punch the building?
Actually,
That's what I would
Punch
rather
it
do.
until it falls down.
Yeah,
That'd be
exactly.
cool too. Yeah.
The ending of Crackdown 1 is cool. There's a little twist with the narrator.
God, it's been so
Oh,
long. I can't even
yeah.
remember
Yeah,
it.
it was the ending of Crackdown 1 was cool. And I'm sure this one is they've already said it's a reboot, so it's not
Yeah.
gonna I don't think it's gonna build off of that. I hope they get the same narrator guy back
He's good.
because he was awesome.
Yeah.
All right, and I'll finish this overly long segment with my final prediction. Oh, no, you've got what? Do you want to do your last one too? You had one more.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
I'll go.
right.
But I don't know if you still want to do that one because it's.
I'll do it. Why not?
So this is my going out on a limb one, and this one goes out to Marty. Love you, Marty. As you're on a 12-hour plane ride to Gamescom. In the spirit of Marty Sleva, I think we know that the Kinect has been pushed to the back seat now. We know that Rare has multiple teams. They have a lot of people working at Rare. They finished Kinect Sports Rivals, which shipped in April of this year. So a decent little while ago now. It means there should be another team doing something. I can't imagine it's Kinect related. Now that not every Xbox owner is guaranteed to have a Kinect anymore. Plus, Kinect Sports Rivals just sold okay, but not great.
Yeah.
I think that series is over, personally.
I hope so.
And
I'm tired
so
of motion games.
my prediction
Yeah,
is
me
that
too.
I think Rare is going to announce a new downloadable, a digital download game, non-Kinect, and this one's for you, Marty. I think it's going to be a Banjo platformer.
Oh,
Boom.
man.
People would
Boom.
eat that up. People would eat
that would
up.
be major goodwill for Microsoft if they dropped a hardcore Banjo game on people.
That would be awesome.
Doesn't matter that it's downloadable. People
I have
just want it.
great memories of Banjo-Kazooie growing up. Would love to play
Surprise!
that game.
It's going to be Banjo Racer. No, I'm just kidding.
Banjo Kart Racer.
Yeah.
The odds of me being correct, by the way, are probably
Low.
10% at best. But I'm still I'm going to drop the mic on that one with my third prediction.
All right.
So what else did you think was going on, Destin?
Okay, the last one I had, and this is again because it's in their backyard.
Right.
I think that Play Dead is going to bring Inside to Gamescom and let people play it. Because the trailer kind of left us shrugging our shoulders, like, what did we just watch? Like, how is that going to play out? And I think letting people play it or see somebody play it at least would go a long way to help sell that product.
Hang on a second. I need to wipe the drool from my mouth.
Yeah.
Okay, what?
Yeah.
I mean, were people really confused by the trailer? I guess if you didn't
No.
play...
I guess not confused. Confused might be the wrong word, but like they're just like
Intrigued?
Intrigued.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and they want to know more about how that gameplay is going to work. What is your objective? Stuff like that.
Yeah, because I was going to say, if you played Limbo, it seems kind of straightforward. Like, it's
Limbo,
that. Yeah.
Run
No, I
left
mean,
and right.
Yeah, but I mean, like,
Solve
it's it has a very similar aesthetic. Probably will be kind of more puzzle oriented and
The thing about Limbo
story-oriented.
though is it was very isolating, right? You
Yeah.
were alone, you're a little boy, and you have these awful death animations when you die.
Which was so awesome about
Yeah.
that game.
And there were these scary spiders. This one, there's people all around, and it's just very different from Limbo. It's not isolating. You're there. Well, it is isolating, but there's people all around you, so it's strange. I'm really interested to play more of this.
Yeah, I mean,
this
that's
title.
That game just blew me away at E3 just with that one trailer. At first, I thought it might have been Limbo 2 because, as you guys said,
Yeah,
it very
it
much
looks
sort of
very
shared the
similar.
same aesthetic. And even though there were lots of other people around, I was like, oh, is this Limbo 2? I mean, it had a little bit of color, but not a lot. There was kind of some red in there,
Yep.
but still a lot of kind of silhouette-y stuff. And
Yeah.
oh yeah, that game's going to be. I have little well, I guess phrase this optimistically. I have a ton of faith in those guys.
Oh yeah,
I'm very
Definitely.
excited for it. So good stuff. So mark it down, keep track. We'll see if we get any of these right, or all of them right, or more likely somewhere in between.
Yeah.
So yeah, be sure to tune in to all of IGN's Gamescom coverage. Again, we're bringing the Xbox conference to you live. Not the best time for Pacific Coast people, but Tuesday, August 12th, 5 a.m. Pacific, a little easier, 8 a.m. on the East Coast.
I'm almost positive we'll rebroadcast.
Yeah, we'll
right
rebroadcast.
after.
Oh yeah,
as well.
if you wake up, you'll be able to 100% just
Yeah.
rewatch it and just pretend it's live.